Hey James, this is Adrian Gomez. Looking at your motion, you have a lot of movement into your front knee this way. So what that means is you're more quad dominated. So I can show you from this position as well. You can see how far you're into your front knee, and so I'd like to shift that back where your butt can be behind your heel, and that's going to help you stay connected for a longer period of time. So let's measure. So that's direction with your back leg. Let's measure your back hip and your squat. So you're about 108. So you squat well. We just need to reposition your hips and get them in the right place. So next thing we're going to work on is the internal rotation of your front knee. So you are internally rotated, which means you're rotating towards the center of your body with your knee. And that takes time for you to come through and throw. So what I'm going to measure now is, it's about 11 degrees difference. And part of it is that knee going down. And when that knee goes down, it forces you to come back across. And so that there's an 11 degree shift. So internally rotated front knee is definitely an issue for you. Let's look at extension. So extension right here is at 88 degrees. So what that means is you need to step for a longer period of time. So double angle that foot strike, that is that needs to be up to 110. So this is where I want you to be. So maybe another foot extension with that front leg. A lot of times too with your hands, watch how your hands come straight and get out. So that's that T, and then L, and then throw. Your arms shouldn't be up before you plant. And so I think you need to hold on to that ball longer into that glove until that front foot hits. Because right now, once you hit, your elbow is quite high. It should be a little bit lower than that. So that's 142. It's a little bit high. So I want you to be aware of that, and your arms high for an extended period of time until you plant. So that's something I want you to work on as well. So ball and glove a little bit longer. So now let's get into the measurement of that front side. Now that front leg looks really, really good. 159 on this. And what you're able to do is break that front leg as far as stopping it, and then accelerate the chest over top of that front leg, which looks really good. So that part of the motion is probably the best part of the throw so far, which is nice. That's hard to do, so you did a great job. All right, so that's lower body. All right, so now we're going to get into upper body. So let's look at release point. Right around there, which is good. It's right over that front foot, maybe a little bit further from this angle. Maybe it's a little bit further than that, but it looks really, really good. We're going to look at stacking, and we also need to look at posture ball release. So your posture is in this position. And when you come up, you're in here. Doesn't move too much. But I think the biggest head movement comes from your internally rotated front knee. So we want to step a little bit straighter, get this a little bit straighter, and then that chest is going to rotate a little bit better over that front foot. So that's your posture, your B posture. Just lock that in a little bit better. Lock that in a little bit better. All right. So what I want to see now is we're going to look at front glove. This front glove is going to, because you go long with your arms, now you're going to have to bend at the last second. So I actually don't want you to extend your arms like that. Both your throwing arm and your glove hand are straight. They both need to be bent, and you need to hold on to that ball just a little bit longer as you drive. So this hip's going to drive first before you separate. Once your hip's right around here, then you're separating now. So you separated really early, so you're basically casting that arm and pushing the ball. So that ball's going to be in that glove for a little longer time. So no straight arms, and that front glove, because it goes long, and then now you have to bend. That arm's coming downward this way, and I want it to go. Initially, that's pretty good right there. So keep doing that, but take it that way. That one looks a lot better, actually. So the big issue is your front knee on this. Once the front knee's over the ankle, you're going to be able to rotate a lot better. All right. Let's see here. It looks good. Okay, so next one. We're going to look at high elbow. This is definitely something that you do have. We're going to look at your shoulders connected, and then also up to 162. So 162 is it's about 18 degrees too high. So what that does right here is where the issue is. And that's from separating too early and then having your arms straight. So you're up even before you plant, and that's, you're a little bit too early. Your upper body's going downward, and I want it to go the opposite way. And this is the next thing we're going to talk about, is stacking. You've got to stack. This head's got to be over that back foot for a longer period of time. Should be there. It should be behind your heel, and then separating. Also, there's, I think that might be correct. That's good. Just make sure your foot is parallel to the rubber. It looks like your foot's inward a little bit, so make sure your foot's flush to the rubber. All right, so stacking, definitely something that you need to work on. Front glove, definitely something I need to work on. High elbow, definitely have something there early. I think a lot of it will be disappear when you stack well and then hold on to that glove, ball and glove a little bit longer. And let's look at chest extension, which you do very, very well. So that's why you throw pretty well out of your back hip. Look at your chest, about 53 degrees. So Granke's about the same, about 51, 52. He's a great player. Throws a lot of strikes as well. So 53 degrees on that. Very, very good. So that's not an issue. So the biggest thing, going as a recap, back hips got to sit behind. Extension, you're about 88 degrees. You need to extend a lot longer push off that back leg. Front knee was good. All right, going back to stacking. Stacking was an issue. Not staying back. You're almost straight up and down, using your whole arm. Front glove was an issue. Chest, high elbow was an issue. And I think your chest extension was good. So go through this, take some time, take some notes, and then you'll have that ability to go on our website and look at those weaknesses and then work on those specific drills. I think you might benefit from 45-degree knees, your final arc, box drill 1, box drill 2, anything where you're stationary, getting your shoulder blade in the right position and driving through that front leg. That's going to help a ton. And then from your knees, just making sure that your elbows are bent. That's going to help a lot. So thanks so much, man, and I will send this over to you right now.